Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Danielle and today we have a Thanksgiving dump cake that is low carb friendly. So if you guys are excited and you're here for it and you're looking for a dessert that is really easy and delicious and low carb, I got you. Stay tuned. Hey my friends, welcome back. So it is the night before Thanksgiving and I wanted to get this video out this morning, so just in case you guys had to make like a quick run to the store, maybe do a little online grocery pickup or drop off, whatever it's called, you guys could add this to your list. So this is going to be a dump cake. If you guys have ever seen any dump cakes, they're rather simple. You just kind of like throw stuff in there, dump it together, and then you walk away. Since we do follow a lower carb lifestyle, not everything is that easy for us, but I wanted to go ahead and try my hand at a dump cake for us. So we're going to do like a pumpkin dump cake with like a cream cheese frosting on top. It's gonna be really good. So it's gonna have a layer of custard. We're gonna make our own cake batter mix, and then we're gonna make our own cream cheese drizzle. Now, if you had a keto-friendly cake mix, I know there's like, I forget what the lady's name is now off the top of my hand, like that keto candy desserts or something like that. She's super popular. I've never tried them, but if you guys had something like that on hand, you could feel free to use that mix and skip making your own mix. But we are going to make the homemade custard, which is going to be a mixture of like heavy whipping cream, almond milk, pumpkin, and then some seasonings. And then we're going to top it with like the cake crumble, whereas you know traditionally we just throw like the box cake mix. If you do have that, use that. But we're going to do an almond flour coconut flour mixture, and season that up as well. Toss that into the oven for about an hour. We're gonna let that cool, and then we're gonna make a cream cheese frosting to go over the top. We're gonna do like a drizzle though. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna make it together. Rather simple, it's just a few extra steps. It's not as easy as just a typical dump and go, but nothing too like excruciating. So if you guys wanted to make this tonight, you could have it tomorrow after your dinner, or you could have it for breakfast because it's Thanksgiving, who cares, right? But yeah, seriously, it's better to have it served cold than hot. So if you wanted to let it sit in the fridge overnight and then have it tomorrow, so it's one of those like things you could cook before Thanksgiving so you weren't just cooking all day long. So for my family, we usually start like cooking the night before, some things that we could have ready for the next day, so we're not just, you know, handcuffed to the oven for the whole day. I do want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. I want to thank you guys for being so wonderful to me and my family, and just to let you know that you guys truly inspire me. And like, I don't know what I did in this world to deserve you guys, but I am so thankful for each and every one of you. And I'm thankful for your friendship and your inspiration and your motivation and just your kind words and your funny comments, and the fact that there's people out there who just get me. I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know my personality is kind of dominant, and maybe sometimes I come off a little rough, but you guys have embraced me, and I could never truly tell you how much I appreciate you all. So I hope you guys know that there's somebody in this world who thinks so highly of you, and she appreciates every single one of you. And I hope you guys are safe this holiday, however you choose to spend it, and you guys enjoy your holiday with your family and your loved ones. So without further ado, let's make this damn cake, shall we? Okay, so look, I'm gonna be honest with you, this kitchen is like a big mess, so we're just gonna start getting into it. We got a ½ cup of almond milk. This is the unsweetened original almond milk. We're gonna toss that into our mixing bowl. We do have our oven preheating at 350 degrees. We're gonna take 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. This is gonna make our custard layer, so we're gonna use that. And we are going to take 1 whole can of pumpkin. This is the pure pumpkin. This is important. Make sure it is pure pumpkin. You don't want the pumpkin pie puree because that's going to have a lot of sugar in it. So we're going to dump that in, and oh my goodness, that dog, 100% pure. We're going to dump it in. Okay, we're dumping it in. Benny's going crazy. Okay, so I added that can of pumpkin, pure pumpkin, again, very important, 3 whole eggs, and then I'm gonna knock over that vanilla. And right here I have a 1/2 cup of sweetener. This is the allulose, that's our oven. Our oven's ready to go. This is the allulose keto sweet. I got this from Costco and I really, really like it. I think it's a really great option. It does not have that like typical erythritol cooling effect. So, and I think this big bag was only, I think 10 bucks. So if you guys are headed to Costco, pick this up. I think it's really good. So yeah, we're gonna throw that in there, and now we're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of this vanilla. We're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Let's see, a tisp of ground ginger. And then we're gonna add in this nutmeg. That's a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. So it's gonna give you all the fall feels, okay? This is probably gonna be the last pumpkin recipe we do for the year. So go big or go home, right? So I will leave this recipe link down below, but we're gonna add in all these little things and then we're gonna mix it. Here is what everything looked like just in a bowl before mixing. So we're gonna mix this up, and this is going to be the custard layer of our cake. For our cake pan, I am gonna use a Corningware like baking dish because I don't know where my baking pan is, and I have one that's shaped like a pumpkin and it's not very deep. So this is what we're gonna use. And plus, you know, that like kind of looks nice for pictures, I guess. So we're gonna use our hand mixer and we're gonna get to mixing. So real simple. It's just mostly all these ingredients you should have inside your house. Maybe not the ground ginger. I didn't even know I had that until I looked. All right, so here is that custard. This said typically it would take about an hour to cook. Because I am using a like smaller, deeper pan, this is probably gonna take closer to, in my oven, probably about an hour and a half, okay? But you're gonna wanna remember, you're gonna wanna do like a stick proof test to make sure it comes out like clear. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that and give you a little disclaimer because I didn't use as big of a pan as they suggested. All right, so now on to our dry ingredients. I hope you guys can tell this is like super easy. So I have 1 cup of almond flour. I'm gonna toss that in. We're gonna take, what is this? 1/3 cup of coconut flour. 1/2 cup of sweetener. Toss that in. And we're gonna take 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and we're gonna mix that all together. Just gonna go through and mix all the dry ingredients together. Make sure that we get all the lumps and bumps out of all the flours, because you know you could sift them too if you wanted to like be extra. But we're trying to make this as quick as we can just to kind of show the ease of it. But I'm also doing this one-handed because she's a boss. You just want to make sure that the sugar's mixed, the cinnamon and everything, so each, you know, you want the cake to be covered in equally, you know, you don't want everything, like one spot to just have a bunch of like almond flour, you know. We also have a stick of butter in the microwave melting, okay, because we're going to toss that over there, kind of to give it that cake crumble effect. If you guys ever done one of those cake crumbles, that's what they do. They have like the butter over the top. Okay, so we're gonna take our dry and we're gonna sprinkle it over our wet. All right, I need 2 hands. Be right back. Just gonna go through and smooth that all over the top, okay? So our cake mixture is gonna go smoothly over that. I can't even tell you how excited I am for this. Okay. And the consistency is so bomb already. Like, look at already what it's looking like. So then we have our melted butter. That's 1 whole stick. And we're just going to pour that over. Oh, shoot. That's what I get for trying to do everything one-handed. So I'm just gonna kind of spread that around. I have to order a new tripod because the one I like to use in the kitchen, I have a small one because my kitchen's small and I broke it. So that's why it's kind of janky right now. Oh crap, messing up the layer. I just want to make sure that the butter covers all the dry. Okay, I feel like that's pooling over there, so let's kind of, like all that butter's pooling on one side. So I'm gonna kind of pull it over. Can I just tell you that we can throw this in the oven now? That's how easy it is. All right, so here is our dump cake. This is gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees for, depending on what size you use, they say about 50-60 minutes. I'm probably gonna leave mine for about an hour and a half. And here is our cake out of the oven. It has a beautiful crust, so I'm really excited about that. So we're gonna start on the drizzle part. I have 3 packets of whole earth sweetener. You can use 3 tablespoons, whatever you have. I'm also, in the microwave, I am melting down 2 ounces of cream cheese. And then we're gonna add a little bit of heavy whipping cream just to thin it out. So we can just drizzle it over there, and then we're gonna let it cool, but the house smells so freaking good. All right, so here is that cream cheese frosting. Again, it was just, the recipe calls for half and half. I used heavy whipping cream because I wasn't gonna buy something again. So I did 2 tablespoons of that, 2 ounces of melted cream cheese, and then 3 little packets or 3 tablespoons of sweetener. And then I just mixed it until it was nice and cool. I'm just gonna go through and I'm just going to drizzle that. All right, so here is our cake. I'm gonna let this cool, and then once it cools and the cream cheese will harden, then we'll go ahead and cut into it. But for right now, we're just gonna leave it alone. But it looks really, really good. Okay, so it's not like completely cool, but it's cool enough. So but look at when you cut into it, it has like a great texture. So I'm gonna cut these into servings. I tried it, it's delicious. We're not gonna judge me. Ooh, let me just flip that down. And I think we'll leave it like that maybe. I don't know, maybe we'll just cut it down the middle again. This would have been good too if you guys wanted to do these as like little cupcakes. I think that would have been delicious. But let me go ahead and pull this out. Look, doesn't that look so good?
That's still hot.
Mm-hmm. Look at the texture, and it's like all stuck together. So remember, this is the custard, and then we made that homemade cake, and then the homemade frosting. So we're gonna put that on our little dish here, and then we're gonna be extra. You know how we're gonna be extra, babe? Because what's pumpkin pie without Cool Whip? This is the sugar-free Cool Whip, okay? So there you go. You want to be the first one to try?
Sure.
Does it taste like a pumpkin pie crumble? Like my mom used to make? Remember when she would make the cake mix over the pumpkin pie?
It just tastes like a pumpkin pie.
Like a pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Can I try it, Mama?
But I wanted to show you guys. Look at the layers. So remember we did like that pumpkin pie custard and the cake? Perfection. And it was really easy. It did take some time, but it was really easy in general. So hopefully you guys can remake this, and I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving.